If you're thinking about selling your house and you are choosing between estate agents, don't fall for one of the oldest tricks in the book. Let's say you get 3 estate agents or 5 estate agents out to your house to have a look at it. And your house obviously is your pride and joy. You've put a lot of work into it. You've probably lived there for years. You may even have reared a family or half reared a family there. You've spent a lot of time in it. You spent a lot of money on it. You've painted it. You've painted doors and skirting boards and so on, and changed it from time to time. You've put a lot of work. You've put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this house. And you want to get the best price, obviously, because you're moving on then to perhaps to something bigger and better. You get 3 estate agents out, and one of them says, I'll get 300 grand for that house for you. The second one says, I'll get 300 grand for that house. And the third one says, God, your house is lovely. I think I'll get 325 to 350 for that house. Don't fall for the mistake of simply going for or choosing the estate agent who says he'll get or she'll get 325 to 350. Don't fall for the mistake of simply going for the estate agent who promises you the biggest valuation. Because remember, when you are selling your house, the only person who's going to determine the value of your house will be the person who buys it. By that I mean that all an estate agent is going to give you is an estimate of the value or what they believe is the value of the house. But ultimately, it's only when the rubber hits the road, it's only when you put the property on the market that a market will determine the value of the house. Let me just brighten that up a little bit there. That should be a little bit brighter there. Yeah, it's only when the property is put on the market that the market will actually determine, and potential purchasers, bidders and buyers will determine what the house is actually worth. So when you get an estate agent at the outset, they're going to give you a valuation, or they're going to give you an estimate, they're going to give you a guess, their best guess on the value of the property and what it might make. But there are a whole lot of factors that will determine ultimately what the property will make. One of the biggest factors will be the number of people interested. In other words, if you only have one person interested or 2 people interested, then obviously that may well be reflected in the price you get for the property. However, if you have 3 or 4 or 5, well then you have a better chance of getting a higher price. However, you could get 2 people bidding against each other, and 2 people who are really committed and really love the house. If they get into a sort of a bidding war against each other, well then you're going to get a very good price for your house. But the key point that I'm making in this video is you simply do not choose the estate agent who gives you the biggest valuation at the outset, because that's a sucker's trick. You weigh up all of the factors with the estate agent, and having a relationship with that estate agent. What does your gut tell you? How do you get on with the person on an interpersonal level? Do they have a chain or a network? Will they be doing the viewings, the showing or the viewings themselves? Will they have, perhaps persons who are less experienced and maybe only starting off in the game? Who's going to look after it? And there are many, many factors that you need to factor in and you need to consider. And the valuation that an estate agent might put on your property at the outset when they come out to see you is only one of those. My point and my advice is don't fall for simply choosing the estate agent on the basis of the biggest valuation, because that, in my view, is a mistake. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I'd appreciate if you left a comment down below and hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. Also, I have a free report about buying and selling property in Ireland. It's on my website, businessandlegal.ie. There's a page there, I think it's called Free Reports. Have a look at it, sign up, and you get the report delivered directly to your inbox. Thanks a lot.